right. Love it. Shit, man. So, how's your Easter Sunday?
It was good. Picked up some food from my parents' house. Came here and ate it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You guys play the Easter egg game?
No, it doesn't feel like Easter. Just doesn't. I
Yeah.
saw you and Sako playing.
Yeah. You know how many times I lost today?
And then just wasting all the eggs now.
Yeah, if I could shoot out a number, maybe in three, two, one. It's the Shant and Ari podcast, you guys. Episode number 36, possibly episode number 37. I don't know yet.
Just look at the title. You'll get You don't
Shant,
know.
how you feeling tonight, big guy?
Good, man. I didn't know you were going at that angle of trying to tell me how many egg games you lost and getting into the countdown. So that was good. That was clever. I didn't see that coming.
Tell me I don't still keep you on your toes, even though you're my cousin.
Yeah, man, it's good, man. How's the quarantine life going? How's all that stuff? We're still, depending when you're listening to this, we're still, not to make jokes, but like we're still in this shitty situation. And Swan, have you been staying safe? Have you been doing stuff? What's going on, man?
I've been working. I mean, God, thank God.
Yeah,
Knock on wood here. Restaurant's tiny bit busy. Luckily, I
I've
feel,
been busy.
yeah, I my heart goes out to any like small business that's just not gonna make it, man. We got very, very lucky.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, I've been staying busy. I've been staying busy. Actually, I've had no time to be making videos and stuff because Sean, I've been taking this whole self-care thing pretty seriously lately. I don't know about you, man.
what do you mean?
Like
Like,
I've been like meditating. I've been doing some deep
huh?
breathing, not going to the office as much.
That's good, man. No, for me, I don't know, dude. Like, I've actually been working every day. Like, thankfully, like the company I'm with, I'm in training. I'm still getting paid to show up, so I go every day, and I'm like, "What's up? I'm here." So it's like I haven't felt the craziness of being home, which
Dude,
is
that a
good.
boy. I'm
Um,
I'm pumped that you're not even that they're not making you mentally go off track.
no, it's still business as usual, slower, but we're chugging along. And right now, me and my business partner for our investing side, we've been collaborating a lot this past couple of days about looking at some properties and looking at what we could scoop up as rentals. Because so I'll kind of break this down to you because people have been asking me, "Are you going to buy a flip right now?"
Is that a
Right?
good idea? Should you be doing that right now?
So, and we had this conversation. It would be, we would, if we had more excess cash, right?
Uh-huh.
Like we have, like, so we have some money, right? Like emergency funds, some savings. But if we were to like dump it all right now into a flip and kind of like wait a couple of months, do the remodel, and then put it on the market, kind of leverage ourselves way too much. Why leverage ourselves for 30 grand when they could just kind of hit us and like flatline us? It's not
True.
smart. Got a kid coming. He's practically almost laid off in his company, which I'm not trying to laugh about, but he's like down to like 20%
Why
working.
do we always laugh about this shit? Like it could happen to us. If we're
Like
still-
literally tomorrow, I could show up and they're just like, yo,
I just go fuck myself. By the way, where's the nearest Starbucks?
so that's, but we are looking at something that's going to bring us cash return right away. So we're looking at rentals right now.
Yeah, rental, pre-rented, already
Yeah.
stable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not like something where it's like at its capacity, like something where it's like good enough where we're not losing money. But in a year, once the market gets back good, we could put money into it, remodel it, and then raise the rents. And So that's
Right.
what we're looking at right now. As far as what else was I going to ask?
So
Oh, I was
hold
going to
on for a
ask.
second before you go any further. So are you saying that assuming that you have cash, depending on which market you're in, if it's a guaranteed rate of return, like let's say Boston, for example, it would be a good idea, as in that 40 grand is not going to be in any way risked? Is that what you're saying?
So depending where you are, I mean, I don't think it depends where you are because there's no guarantee like money hit, right? Like, because in 3 months, if this shit's still going on, we're all fucked. Like,
Right.
that's it. Like, it don't matter. Like, we're going to be laughing at ourselves because we're the next if this goes on for 3 months. But if you have enough cash where that 40, 50 grand you put in, it's not a big deal to you right now. And it's like a little bit of more of a gamble.
Right.
Yeah, it's worth it because you may be able to make higher margins on your return right now.
So if you're not immediately looking for the returns, but you're more in it for like, okay, like 10 years from now.
No. Like what I mean is you put 40 grand down, you buy a property that's shitty right now, right?
Right.
You fix it up, takes you 3 months, but you have to be okay with in 3 months, if things hit the fan, you lost that money probably, right?
Okay.
But if things go back to normal, you've probably made more money by investing it right now than you would have in a normal market because you're getting some deals right now probably.
Right. That much I can understand. What I'm curious about is say real ignorant when it comes to real estate a little bit here.
Yeah, sorry, I'm going like two, like, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to understand, like, okay, if you have the excess cash, in the short term, there's a really high likelihood of losing that excess cash to the equity in the house. However, if you're not like dependent on that cash, you'll obviously see it back regardless.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. Yeah, within a year or two. And always have a backup plan. Like our backup plan is, can you rent it out and cover your mortgage at least when you know.
Right. But on the flip side, literally, like on the flip side, it's the riskiest behavior you could be taking right now.
No, I mean, I know some guys that are still cranking it, bro. They're still pumping us. Some flippers right now are still going strong because they have the excess cash right now.
I don't know any guys that are cranking it, but
Hey,
I mean,
before
you
we
do
move on-
whatever you got to do. Hang out with, I try not to delve into your personal life. It's just I don't know how relevant it is to this podcast. That's all I'm saying. It's just,
So before we get into our topic today, man, and I still kind of don't know what our topic is, but
let's take on some more responsibilities, man.
yeah, some side hustles kind of thing. I want to ask you a question. What are your thoughts, if you've done research on it, if you know about it, if your dad has or whatever, on the small business loan that they're offering right now, the government?
The small business loan,
That's free money, basically.
free money. So your taxes, your payroll, all that stuff has got to be well documented. For a lot of small businesses, the reason why they're complaining so much and they're saying this is not going to do anything for us, what they're not saying is like, okay, listen, we haven't been documenting anything. 70% of the guys that work in there get paid cash.
Yeah, so like it looks like on paper you're losing a G a month is your expenses, but on reality it's like 7.
Yeah. Like, buddy, I'm sorry. What do you need exactly? Why are you so much in debt? Like, we're sorry.
1,000 a month expenses. How are you 75 grand in the hole after being in business for a year?
Yeah. Like, so yeah, everyone's just kind of looking at it and just thinking to themselves like,
Do you like the thing? Do you think it'll help? You think it's?
I think it's cool. My dad's been talking to his accountant about it. He's he's trying to make the most of it because technically, Shant, this stays between you, I, and the 16 listeners of this podcast, it's not supposed to be private information, as in you shouldn't know it. It's just something I don't share. I'm technically laid off. I have not. I am not receiving a paycheck from Ani Catering for the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Jeez.
So it's been.
And you're taking a hit on YouTube.
I'm getting fucked from all directions these past couple of weeks.
But jeez.
I'm just keeping a positive. I told you, bro. Self-care is important. You gotta inhale, exhale.
Because you would be stressing right now, dude. Like, low, YouTube's taking a hit. The restaurant, you're not getting paid. I'm sure no one's buying cars right now.
I'm not stressing because I'm good. I'm good. Thankfully, I am still good. But you gotta remember, man. Sometimes you just gotta do what's best for everybody. My father asked, "Is it a better idea for me to lay off 2 people, or is it a better idea for me to lay you off?" So you tell me.
So how awkward was Easter Sunday today at dinner?
No, it was good. It was good. It was we're good. Everybody's good. Nobody's mad at anybody. I'm just popping in, working for free.
Yeah, just like showing up. I could see your dad like asking you like, in a way where like the answer is you're getting laid off, but it's like, hey, or right? Like, how was his questioning on that? Because I could just imagine him.
He came to me and he goes, "Listen, I need to get rid of 2 other people." So I told him, "You know what? Don't do anything. I just won't take a paycheck. Don't even stress about it. Don't even, because right now he can put me back on payroll and kind of grind through it. But what I'm thinking is probably going to happen is that to qualify for this loan, you would need to have not fired anybody or laid anybody off. And if you did fire or lay somebody off, you have to rehire them, bring them back, submit your payroll expenses, submit your overhead expenses. I just don't know if they cover mortgages because we don't have a landlord for our location. We own our location.
I think it does. So I was listening to Stephen Graham today. He was kind of breaking that down. Yeah, he was breaking it down, and I think you would because that's a business expense.
Okay, so I mean, put it this way: he's very, very happy about it. It's funny because the day that he laid me off, I showed him this, and he kind of put it aside and didn't really look at it because obviously it came from me. So how much advice am I going to take from a quote unquote kid about what I should be doing with the IRS? Then like a week later he goes, "Oh, what's this?" And I'm like, "That's the thing that I told you about last week." So
yeah, and I heard it's like they already ran out. Like so many people applied, they ran out of the money. And the money's not getting there fast enough because they promised you in 3 days you'll get the money. But so what they did is they did a bridge loan. This is what Stephen Graham explained. He's very knowledgeable, this fucking kid.
He's smart.
Yeah. So what they made they lended more money and they have a bridge loan. So if you're not getting this loan on time, they have a backup loan for you. But it's like, just get the fucking regular shit done right. You don't have to worry about the backup loan.
I love that so much, man. They're fucking, they're hooking. I think, dude, I'm not going to get into Trump and whatever. I just think that from a financial response, I think it's been pretty decent. For people that are really desperate, that need the money, I think that the paychecks, the money could have been dispersed a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking hard, bro. I can imagine it's hard. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So
I can't just see it being like, all right, hey, guys, just send the money out real quick.
Right. And for those that don't have the money, or let's say they don't collect Social Security and whatnot, that $1,200 they're really depending on, almost to the point where like, okay, that 1,200 hasn't come yet. What can I do right now? Like the thought is going through your mind, like what can you do? And it's so funny that you're saying side hustles, because dude, we talk about this all the time. We talk about this whole side, like as if we don't have enough shit to do. I just learned how to fucking, meditate all of a sudden while I'm meditating. Hey, what do you think about a side hustle? And I'm just like, hold on, I gotta stop meditating. Let me talk about another business with Shant. So, we gotta get into this a little bit, because there's side hustles where you're not really. This ain't a side hustle. This is like a full-time hustle that you're taking on. In addition to the full-time gig you've got right now.
I thought you meant the podcast. I'm like, the podcast is fucking the negative hustle.
It's a negative hustle. So it's like, listen, dude, a side hustle can be a fully on the side hustle until it's no longer a side hustle. It's like an actual enterprise.
Yeah. So yeah, because we've been talking about this. We're always coming up with like ideas and like, let's do this, let's do that. And I think just recently we just said, fuck it, let's just fucking do it, man. Just do it.
Let's do it, and let's talk about like what the fuck, what are we even talking about right now? So the idea of a side hustle obviously comes into everybody's brain, right? Some of the people, they immediately fuck around with the idea in their brain. They start thinking, they start looking at product types. They might, watch a couple YouTube videos here and there, but then they kind of forget about it. For anybody that's made it past step one, I think that's where me and Shant are kind of at right now. So I guess...
Well, I mean, step one is the idea, right? Like the idea is step one. We came up with an idea. We came up with 1,000 ideas probably in the past. And it's like, and a lot of people start there and they're like, oh, it's a good idea, I'm going to do it. You get pumped, and then it kind of just like fizzles out. I think step two, I think we had a list. So I think step two is a little different, just thinking about it. I think step two is like researching.
Right. And that's the important part, is like, okay, like some good questions to be asking is like, how many different types of your side hustle are available? And if they're not, I guess, why are they not available? Are they not? Do you think maybe your side hustle idea is probably shit? Or it's something that nobody really has the balls to have taken on yet?
Yeah, how do you know if your side hustle is a good idea? Because everyone thinks your side hustle is a good idea because it's the idea you come up with. So and usually you'll tell someone and they're like, oh, that's stupid. Like that's how it goes.
Yeah, it depends on how many people tell you. I think the real indicator for this question, plain and simple, is how many people told you that this idea is stupid outside of your immediate family. So, yeah.
Well, my wife thinks this podcast is stupid.
What about, did you ask other people? Did you ask maybe Tavit?
No, he just laughs at us, I think.
Well, I've asked some people and they say, I just don't understand what you guys get up there and talk about. So, I don't want to question the validity of this podcast right now. I'm trying to really put in on this.
Move back to the side hustle, because
The side hustle. So it's not even just talking to people and telling them, what your idea is like and if it's a good idea or not. It's really trying to decide, are you being ridiculous, as in stupid, or are you being ridiculous as in like, holy shit, he might be on to something? Depending on how risky of a side hustle you're taking on, I think that you've got to really weigh out how much you're going to lose. How much are you willing to lose over that risky behavior?
Yeah, should a side hustle should it be risky? Or should it be something where it's low risk, low reward? Like, what is your...
I think that the safe route in a very, very good, sustainable side hustle, one that can be put on full autopilot, is like the low risk or medium risk low return.
You like this autopilot? I've heard you say it 3 times already today. Explain a little bit.
Self care, bro. Self care. You gotta you gotta sometimes just let shit just kind of happen in the background. Not really look at shit too much because I think you get exponentially more stressed out when your head is in the looking down at phone position. You know what I mean? So you kind of want to get away from the different notification types coming in.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. So this is where I think people get kind of hung up, and we've probably done this in the past too. Talk about side hustle, and it should be kind of like autopilot, this, that, right? Like you said. But then it's like it happens to a point where we talked about this literally 20 minutes ago. I thought we were going to jump into it, or the side hustle thing, and then you're like, "Hey, we got to get together for a solid 3 days, not through Zoom, like in person, and
Right.
hammer stuff out." And I'm like, the fuck? Like, I thought it's a side hustle, right? So, and then that's when I think people kind of, the crossroads happen is like, is this really worth it? Do I want to waste 3 days of my life putting all this effort into something when it really might not even work out? Because it cannot work out. It's a very good possibility.
Well, I just think that if you're gonna take it very seriously, you want to make sure you and your partner are definitely on the same page. Because Shant, the worst thing that you can do is start something with somebody and consistently be on the wrong page. I mean, about everything. Like, dude, come on, man. Like, you're supposed to try and put your heads together and make some money out of this. You don't want to be stuck fighting. So the moment that you can sort of get together and feel each other's like how energetic, how connected are you guys is gonna make or break your long term agreeableness in the future. So
Yeah,
you don't
because
want to be.
yeah. No, because in the beginning it's always like it's cool, but it comes to a point where it's gonna die down, that fun energy, and it's like, are you guys always gonna be on the same message?
Right. You don't want to be stuck in that position where you guys are developing a text relationship and every decision you make, you have to make a compromise. Like, fuck that. Let the other person, let their decisions be fully okay with you, even if you didn't see what they're doing, because you guys are on the same wavelength. You guys know
You're right,
exactly.
man. You're right, because like just thinking about it, and I'll talk about the blunders that I've kind of had recently. So like the positive one is literally this with me and my business partner on the investment side, where we literally spend way too much time up front, like probably way too much for most people. But it's like we're so on the same page now. Our conversations are like, yep, that, no, yeah, yep, all right, check. Now we're good. It's like boom, it's quick, but we spent so much fucking time, bro. Like in the beginning, where it was just conversations, sitting down, and then I don't know if you remember, I had this with my two buddies, really good friends. We had this the Morning Titans page, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
I always wanted to eventually monetize that page,
It
and
was a lot of members.
I had a really good idea, and I really think it still would work on how to monetize that page and just autopilot that, right? But you just said this, fuck, man, it's so on point in what you just said. When we started, us three, we just started, like we talked about it, boom, it was up that night. Just did it.
You guys
But
are
we were,
chemically connected. You don't feel it.
but we were never all on the same page, and eventually we just couldn't like
Oh,
get to
oh,
the
oh. So you guys were the second
yeah,
scenario
like
where I
we just
described where
started right away.
compromise.
Yeah, we just started right away because we were like, fuck it. We were just those types of people where it's like, all right, boom, let's just start it. We started it. And then like it went good. But then when it came to like take it to the next level, it was like everyone was just like, no fighting. It was just like, like no, or it just
Because
never
you didn't
worked.
want to fight. You guys are adults, but you're like, dude, what the fuck is this kid say? Just whatever right now. Like, all right, do it, whatever.
And I had a great because I spoke with my my mentor Joshua about it. We literally had like a hour conversation on how to monetize it and fuck, it's still a good idea. I think I should. figure something else out because it's such a good idea.
Well, I mean, if you could have a sit down personal talk with them, make it work, put them back on your same like chemical energy. I think a good in person. I'm telling you, bro, there's so much that happens in person that just doesn't happen through text.
It's through Zoom. Yeah, it was a Zoom fucking meeting, and it was like, let's just do it. We did it. Boom, and then it fizzled out. And things fizzle out, bro. Like side hustles fizzle out.
Right, and I think that if you can, your favorite word coming up, if you can manage to put it on autopilot, doesn't need to fizzle out. It just kind of just.
But getting to the autopilot part, that's where people fizzle out.
That's important.
Because
I think manage that.
Because this plan I had on how we had on how to monetize that group and page and everything was a long drawn out process of like eating like doing it for free for like 6 months to a year, and then it just fizzled out because there was nothing happening.
Right. And it sucks that shit has to fizzle out. You never reach that point, but I think the real idea is if you got nothing to lose,
Yeah.
making it work. So I guess hopping back to the whole
Yeah. Let's get back on track.
right, hopping back to the whole side hustle thing. Second thing that we were talking about was okay, picking the potential client types and talking to them, gauging their interests so that you see very, very quick momentum. You see quicker than expected momentum by directly engaging with those potential client types. And I think having your business, having your side hustle be very, very Instagram marketable is very, very important because you're going to see immediate traction come from Instagram. People like things that are very easily swipeable and directly accessible. They don't have to search anything. You put the product that they like directly in front of them. They see it, boom, PayPal checkout. All of a sudden, they just ordered a new fucking couch. What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, because when I'm buying something, dude, if I literally can't get it done like really fast, I lose interest and I'm just over it.
That's what I'm talking about. It's momentum. It's if you can work around that momentum and put it directly in front of somebody in a way that's very, very easily bought, you can have a really good interest. You can have a really good gauge as to how much interest your product is going to see by targeting it to the people that appreciate the kind of stuff that your side hustle is revolving around. So it's really now, it's not just handpicking and studying the potential client type, but it comes to number 3, which is the big one. And this is where people's either shitty taste or really, really good taste comes to light. Sometimes you see it in a business partner, sometimes you see it in a spouse. It's handpicking the products or the services that your side hustle is going to be offering. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's presenting in a very, very short, very, very pretty, both marketing material, website, product types that are going to sell very, very quick. So
it has to be, it has to look good. It has to like, and you guys both have to be on the same page in that, right? Because like if you have a business partner and they're like, if your styles aren't the same, man, it's
right. So you have been looking at some product. Don't go into too much detail. Let's not. I don't want to talk too much about.
Well, okay.
What our side hustle thought is right now, but tell me what that's been like and what it's been like for you, trying to share it with me too. Like, what do you think of this? Do you like this? Were you nervous in sharing it with me? Like, is he gonna like this? Nah, Adi won't like that.
It was like. I'm like, oh, he's going to like this one. This one's a no-brainer. If he doesn't like it, he's a fucking asshole.
He's an idiot. He's just an idiot.
But no, it was good, man. Just like going through shit and you're like, oh, man, is he going to like this? And you're like, yeah, he'll like this. And then it's like, if he doesn't like this, right? Like and I really feel strongly about it. I'm like, you know what? I'll explain to him why I think it's a no brainer because you may not see it the way I see it.
Right. I could be the tasteless asshole, and we're
You know,
just finding out.
and then always the icebreakers. I'll just ask Betty, like, what do you think? Do you like this? And
The second opinion, or
yeah,
like the
tiebreaker,
potential client type,
the
like
tiebreaker.
right. We need a woman's opinion.
Yeah, no, but it's so. Do you? And just to cut you off real quick, do you recommend side hustles to be always online? Because like me and Betty were talking about this today, man. Because she always wanted to like open up a boutique, right? Like
Right.
but she's like, it makes no sense. And I'm like, why? She's like, it's just there's no money in it, and there probably are people boutiques who make money, I'm sure. But she's like, if it's not online, it's just not worth it.
So here are my thoughts on boutiques. And you always see the successful ones. They open up the boutique in response to a very, very strong online presence. And this has been a trend. This is you know what is behind driving that trend? Pop-up shops. So do you remember like the Kardashians,
Yeah,
right? So like they came out with like their skincare line online.
yeah,
They opened up pop-up shops, and they eventually, I think they opened up a couple stores.
yeah. A couple locations.
Right, but they didn't open. I don't think that they opened these stores until it was very, very obvious what their online sales were producing.
So you say that's interesting. I never thought about that. You don't start. So like right now, if just you, right? Would you even start a restaurant right now if it was you, or would you rather
Like, like right now,
not right? Maybe in like a couple of months.
like very, very important question.
Yeah. Like, do you think physical stores or businesses, like where it's physical, do you think that's a good idea right now, or you think it's like no brainer? It should be online.
Right now, if you're trying to get in business, you're doing it at very low cost, no cost. You're not taking any overhead.
Yeah.
And the only thing that you're wasting, which believe it or not, is worth a lot of money, but people don't value their time, is the amount of time that you're putting into it. That's the only thing you should be wasting is very carefully putting your brain power to use. Because believe it or not, you can start a business with zero overhead. But if you graduated from Harvard, every minute that you spend on something has actually been studied, is calculated back to an actual cost. So for a person that had went to Harvard and still has student loans that he has to pay, for him to speak to you actually costs him like quadruple than it does for you to speak to him. Just, hey, how you doing? Good. How you doing? Good. This conversation just costed me $35. So, just saying, money is yes, you should not be taking out money, capital right now to start a business, but you should be very, very carefully studying client types, markets, products. You should be doing whatever you can to make sure that as soon as you do put your idea to motion, whatever money you did spend is really seeing like a decent return. Whether it be just traffic to your website, that's fine. You definitely want to make sure that you don't start off in the red financially.
Because what I've been doing, and I've done this, and I think you do it too. I would spend a lot of time on social media, kind of in the field that you're trying to get into, and just looking at what people are doing and looking at what people are saying about that. Like, what are they comment? Not just go on social media and fucking, just watch fucking stupid TikTok videos and shit. Just, but really study. Like, if I'm getting real estate right now, I'm looking at realtors and looking at how they're running business on social media and what people are saying, what which stuff is getting more like engagement? Like you, I'm guessing, I know you agree to that, but
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a very, social media is so powerful, not for just marketing, but for, like if you get a bunch of people shouting out your product, dude, it could drive sales through the roof. Just having like a male, like a YouTuber or something talking about your product in one of his videos, like, dude, this is so sick. It, like, I've been using it every day, and check this out. Like, I don't know, he has like a fucking fidget spinner in his hand or something that also trims his beard. I don't know, weird shit. But like, yo, right there, boom, product in the description below. Guy goes, clicks, boom, bought. He just bought
yeah.
fucking 10.
So then, okay, so we could just fly through this a little bit. So then next would be picking the correct outlet.
Yes, which is like, dude, you want to target the easiest possible way to sell shit. Is not, don't put it up as like a link on something. Like, don't do any of that. Put the ad in front of them. Swipe up to buy this fucking shit right now. Boom, click, done. So that's three things that it could be. Is
Yeah.
Instagram, those story ads are killers. I've bought like 10 things from that. One of them I didn't know I was placing it. I placed the order and it's like, all right, your order will arrive in 2021. I'm like, what? What the fuck? What just happened?
I've signed up for so much shit where it says swipe up to sign up. I'm like, bet,
Done.
signing up.
All I have to do is swipe up. Boom. Social Security right
And then
there.
like your shit auto populates sometimes. You're like,
Take it. You won. Yeah. Checkmate. You got it. All right. So, yeah, picking the correct outlet is huge because, dude, you could spend so much time making marketing material, making it all cute, and putting it as like a Google image ad or like a Facebook ad, and they're just kind of just scrolling like, I'll get back to it. You know what I
but
mean?
they never see it. Yeah, it's like
They,
fucking.
they forget all about it. But dude, if you can get it right, fucking boom, right there on their Insta story, or like the YouTuber is actually using it, and yo, it's in the description. And most of these people, they're watching on mobile. Most of the fucking the people that you want it to be seen is on YouTube. All they have to do, they can keep on watching the video. It's right here, but they just go down a little bit and it scrolls the description right in front of them.
You know how many times fucking Stephen Graham has gotten me where it's like, click in my description below, and I go while I'm watching, just click on it. I'm
Yeah.
somewhere else.
And they're fucked up because they keep on playing the audio for the video in the back.
Yeah.
So like you didn't get, but once you're done doing whatever you're doing, once you hit X, it comes
You're
back
back.
to the video.
Sick.
So proper. How much do you think my time costs right now? Because like right now, this is brain power. You're not gonna get this anywhere else
No.
unless you pay. I'm telling you. So this shit is like, it's from trial and error. I'm telling you. So if you can correct the correct outlet, if you can pick the correct outlet for the marketing, it not only makes putting it on autopilot easier, it can get you momentum very, very quickly. The reason why I think, Shant, people's their fire fizzles out is that it's either too exhausting, that momentum for them is just too exhausting, or they don't see it ever going on to autopilot.
Well, I mean, think about this. Like, we should have already given up on our podcast if you think about it. Like, 27 episodes in, we could have fizzled out. It could have.
I see it. Do you know what it is for me? It serves two purposes. So most people are trying to get like podcast famous.
Is there there's a thing?
Joe Rogan,
Yeah, he's a beast. Okay.
I'm telling you, for me, I know that guy is like, oh, dude, the podcast guy. So it serves as a different purpose for me. I can go on an open forum with my cousin and document our conversations, it's almost like a weekly journal for me.
Yeah, I get that, but it's like it could have fizzled out by now because it's like not really, you know.
True, true, but at the same time, it's like, dude, listen, everything. I mean, if you're looking at it from that perspective of like, what are you trying to get out of it? Obviously, if you're trying to become like Joe Rogan, I get it. That for me, YouTube took 2 years.
Yeah, you
I
could
don't
have
know why
fizzled
I
out.
sounded like I was about to cry. YouTube took 2 years to see any sort of view. Like I was getting like 50 views, 18 views on one of them. So just this shit, doing anything takes time. Plus, I was talking about it with somebody else last week, Sean. He goes, dude, why is it? Oh, I was talking to our possible guest about it. He goes, why is your podcast called like the Shant and Ari podcast? Why didn't you guys name it?
Yeah,
I
no
was
one's
like,
ever gonna find it.
right. And I'm like, Shant keeps on saying we should have a different name. And I'm like, yeah, I know. You're right. We got to sit down and like talk about it. And I even told him about like you saying like call it like the Nice Guys podcast. But I'm like, dude, he goes, yeah, yeah, that's perfect. I'm like, no, no, no. You guys are married. I'm like, I'm not gonna be the single guy,
On a nice guy
no,
podcast.
famously known for having what's called the Nice Guy podcast. So we gotta sit down and talk about that too. But lastly,
Yeah, get to it.
let me ask you a question. Is there such a thing as a side hustle fully being a side hustle?
Yeah, of course.
Why? Yeah.
Right on time.
Woo.
So you mean like keeping it as a side hustle?
Right.
Yeah, because you never, I mean, because you never stop. Well, because you're not going to want to stop your actual business and actual main hustle unless that's your goal. Like, unless your goal is like you want your side hustle, like Gary Vee says, of fucking garage sailing your whole life. And, if that's your side hustle, you do it on the weekends. And then, like, you want to make that your full-time gig, that's your life goal, then yeah, you can make it but like, I want to have a couple of side hustles and I want to keep them my side hustle. Like, I don't want to have 7 full-time hustles.
Yes. So I guess my question is, in answering that question, do you think that the people that try to turn their passion into a side hustle, do you think that the reason why they fail is that subconsciously they've labeled their passion as a side hustle and didn't give it enough importance? When they do that, they're setting themselves up for failure because they're already labeling it side hustle. Do you think that that's the reason why side hustles fizzle out, is because they're never given that full opportunity to go like balls to the walls on their passion? Do you think that might be the reason why people fizzle out?
Yeah, I mean, it fizzled out for me because like when I was like 19 or 20, I was like no 24, something early 20s, whatever. When I was on the side, my side hustle was training like kids in basketball. Like, and I knew a couple parents that like, hey, can you teach my kid? Like, yeah, like I made it official. Like, meet me at the park, and it's like I was like, it's $50 an hour. It's good. Fucking
$50 an hour, Jesus.
yeah, an hour is the session, but then it fizzled out. But that's my passion.
Do you think that the amount of time that you were dedicating to it didn't truly reflect or didn't truly encompass how much you wanted to dedicate to it, and you were being kind of like turned off by that? That
Yeah,
you weren't being given like that full opportunity to show what you have?
yeah, yeah. So like, I don't. I mean, yeah, passion side hustles are good. Obviously, what I think, I don't know. I try not to go with passion, man. Like I think it's more just fucking
Nailed it.
yeah. I don't
You're
like
gonna
it.
go into your passion, bro. You move to South Korea or fucking Thailand, wherever you're gonna start your new life, and just fucking go at it. Don't label your side business
As your
your passion.
passion. Because
Yeah.
I think your passion should just be your passion as your hobby, man. What the hell's going on with your camera?
I don't know. What the fuck is happening? Why are you
There
doing
you
this?
go.
All
There
right,
you go.
my bad.
So I think a passion should just be your passion and just be your fucking hobby. Like I'm not trying to get paid to watch basketball.
Love
I
it.
can, but like then you're just too emotionally involved and like it's you want more out of it than it's like a side hustle right now, dude. Like doesn't matter, bro. Like if it fails, it fails. If it doesn't, we just fucking
I'm on the same page, bro. Give me a COVID-19 5.
fuck yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so side hustles, huh?
I like this fucking podcast, man, tonight. Nice. What episode number was this?
I think 36. Let me confirm.
36, 36. It was.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Last episode was good. We had John Oshana on. He's our first guest. First guest.
Well, second, but
Yeah, second first
officially,
official first guest.
yeah.
And it was good. You guys should check that one out. I liked it.
I did too. I did too. Shanto, good talk tonight, man. Greek Easter next week.
We'll be on for that. We'll be here.
We will be here.
And I'm gonna go do some more product research right now.
I'm gonna do some push-ups, try to burn off this this excess heat that I brought to my desk tonight.
All right. Well, that's all I got for you today, man.
Good night, Shant.
Good night.